Let's get into stocks that I think are heating up or will heat up in 2021. We're going to be talking about some banking stocks, some airlines, and a material stock that I think all these stocks should be on your watch list. Just more opportunity, more and more opportunity, but always do your own research because I ain't a financial investor. I'm just not. I'm me. I'm Shaddai from HINANCE. That's what I am. So let's get right into it. Bank stocks, I feel like, have been getting like pushed to the side. They haven't been cool. They haven't been popular to talk about. I don't even think anybody in the group chat even speaks about bank stocks. They're not in the headlines. They haven't been all year. But if some people remember, the banks, a lot of the banks passed the stress test that took place, I think, in September, October, November, one of those months. Do your research. You can Google it, man. Y'all got the Google box in your hand. But yes, a lot of banks passed the stress test, but people still aren't hyping banks. They're still not hitting the headlines. So here are some banks that I think that you should put on your watch list because I really think they could heat up or start to gain more traction than they've already had. The first one's going to be Bank of America. Your boy Warren Buffett never let go of all his Bank of America, but he did let go of his Wells Fargo. I think that tells you something. Stay away from Wells Fargo, by the way. They are just an odd company. So Bank of America, I think, has potential. JP Morgan has great structure and great backing. A lot of big minds with big money behind JP Morgan. Sorry for switching up the voice right there. That was a little weird, but it just naturally happened. The third stock I'm going to speak about is going to be Squared, and it's not a bank, but it is disruptive innovation towards the banking industry. So if you want to hedge against the banks, you go with a Square. Maybe a PayPal. I wouldn't really say PayPal. I think Square has more strength, and that's because they're tapped into small businesses. You can pay cash. People use Cashapp, and I think one day you're going to be able to make payments to businesses through Cashapp, and that would just wrap the circle complete and would just take them to a whole nother level. But it's not far fetched. I think that's somewhere in the near future for their plans to do. So those are some bank stocks you should watch. Next, I'm going to talk about airlines. Airlines, y'all know I've mentioned JetBlue for some time now. And maybe, I don't know if $14 is the perfect price to get in right now. There could potentially be another pullback. But I think JetBlue is a good airline to look at. Another one that you should put on your watch list, this is a new one I'm going to speak about, is Alaska Air. They're still down 27% on the year. They also bring in additional money through like freight, like shipping and just being part of the shipping world. So they make extra money aside from passengers. They make extra money shipping packages and stuff for, what company? I guess that's for you to do your research if you think Alaska Air deserves to be on your watch list. The next stock I'm gonna be talking. Let me talk about. Sorry, I almost lost my life right there. Let me talk about some technology stocks. And the first one I mentioned, the one I've spoken about for a while. Listen, they hit $7 at one point a month within the last month. I bought in, and I was telling people about it. I said it was going to get up to $10, $11, $12. It's going to be Zynga. And I still think there's still upside because their big moment will be their next quarter report. And I think we're a little bit of ways time from that. And that still leaves opportunity to buy. But they're very close to hitting the $10 mark. This week alone, they've shot up, I think like 940 something or 60 something. Don't quote me on that. But Zynga, like I said, they're the world leading mobile game creator. When you're the world leading, where's the comp? Where is the comp? I think Roblox might be their only comp. So make sure you put Zynga on your watch list finally. Another one is an ETF, ARK Innovation. I've spoke about them already. ARK Innovation ETF. They hold stocks like Square. They hold stocks like Slack. They hold stocks like Roku, which is killing it right now. Roku is slamming. I still have my original dollar that I invested last year when I first got in the market into Roku. I'm still invested into Roku after a year. If I was smarter then, I would have invested so much more. But they're about like 10% in the communications, 10% in technology, and 10% in healthcare, maybe a little bit more. All this can be found online with your Google box. I'm just throwing stuff out there that just come into my mind. But I think ARK Innovation is a great ETF to hold. Kathy Woods, she runs the show over there. And like I've mentioned in my videos before, I do think that when you're deciding to pick an ETF, make sure you do your research on who manages that. What have they done? How much experience do they have? You have to make sure that whoever's running these management ETFs, managing the ETFs, that they know what they're doing, because you don't want to just be investing. Like you don't want to invest in or bet on a Ferrari that has a first-time driver in it versus someone in a Honda Civic that has turbo with an experienced driver. Like you got to think about. I try to put these analogies so you can think of how I'm thinking. Like you got to make sure you're investing in a Ferrari. If you're gonna bet on the race, invest in a Ferrari that has an experienced driver behind it. That's all I'm saying. So watch them out. Let me know if there's any other ETFs that we should be watching. I should be letting the people know about. Let me know in the comments below, because I'm just gonna share. And the last stock I'm gonna talk about is in the materials sector. Vail. I still don't know how to pronunciate it, but I do know that I spoke about it before, and I told people, I said it was gonna be on my watch list. And the day that I was supposed to buy in, I wasn't looking at my phone. I got distracted. They say we can't time the market, and it's just true. You just can't time the market. I think Vail is a great company to hold. I think that they're going to do lots of great work for the EV market. And the EV market, as we know, is still in full growth mode and has so much more room to grow with the help from Vail supplying the nickel for the electric batteries. It's going to be like boom, boom. But let me know in the comments below if you think anything different, or if there's any other stocks that I should be watching that I should give my opinion on. Let me know below so, we can get that going. And if I've missed any stocks that I told you I was going to mention, just remind me in the comments below. Sorry, I got a lot of stuff I got to do. I may miss some stock opinions, especially if I've never heard of the stock. I may miss it, and I'm very sorry. I do appreciate you all for watching. I even forgot to give my appreciation at the beginning of the video. I appreciate you all for watching, and especially if you're still watching at this point. I'm speaking a little fast. That's why I'm trying to wrap this video up. But I appreciate you all for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas week. Bless you all. Stay safe, stay solid, and stay smart. And don't forget to take your profits. Take some Christmas profits. You deserve it, fam. You deserve it. You deserve your Christmas profits. I'll see y'all.
Follow me on Instagram at ShPena.